I wanted to talk about my experiences with depersonalization and derealization. As a kid, I had episodes of DP, and they usually went away within a few minutes. At the time, I didn't know what they were, and they never really bothered me. I think what led to my chronic DP and DR was a culmination of things, which it's actually taken me up until now to figure out that many of these things were connected. When I was 19 years old, I met two girls at a place that I worked, and one night they invited me to have a girls' night in with them. We were drinking tequila, and I hadn't eaten anything that day, really, so I was on a completely empty stomach. I took about 10 shots of tequila, and then we started passing around a blunt, and, I was, I smoked a lot as a teenager, and I drank a lot, so, it wasn't anything unusual for me. But for some reason, that night just was totally different, and I wasn't feeling right, and I knew something was wrong, so I decided to go outside and get some fresh air. As I was coming back in the house, I was walking down a small flight of stairs, and I blacked out. When I woke up, I had a really huge panic attack, so I called another one of my friends to come pick me up and take me home. Once I got home, I was fine. I just went to sleep. Over the next month and a half or so, I would have panic attacks on and off, and I would feel depersonalized. The DP would go away within a few hours, generally. I still didn't know what it was at the time. And I went to the ER one time, actually, because I had such a bad panic attack, and I didn't understand why I was feeling the way I was feeling with the DP and the DR. And they just told me that I was feeling lightheaded from hyperventilating. They didn't even tell me that I was having a panic attack or anything. So basically I let it go, and I went on with my life. About another month passed, and I started to get really, really depressed. I quit my job, and I basically just never left the house. I was like a vegetable. Finally, my mom stepped in, and she was like, hey, you should probably go see someone and get some help. So I decided I would do that. And on the morning of January 29th, 2007, I woke up and I felt depersonalized again. I didn't worry about it because I figured it would go away in a few hours like it usually did. So I went to the doctor, and I tried to describe the feelings I was having, besides the depression and panic attacks. Basically, I was trying to describe the depersonalization, and I told her about how I felt like I was in a dream, everything was fake, I was walking around in a fog, my mind felt clouded. She didn't really get it. She just prescribed me 10 milligrams of Lexapro. So I was taking the Lexapro, and eventually the depression lifted, but the depersonalization and derealization never did. So I've lived with it for the past 2 years, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It varies in its intensity depending on my mood, where I'm at, who I'm with, different situations. Fluorescent lighting seems to exacerbate my symptoms. I notice that's actually common amongst many DP sufferers. I still don't have an official diagnosis. I'm going to see a psychiatrist who did her residency at Mount Sinai with the author of the book Feeling Unreal, Daphne Simeon, on the 29th of this month, which oddly enough is the 2-year anniversary of my chronic depersonalization. So I'm hoping for an official diagnosis, and I want to start some sort of treatment because the DP and the DR have really inhibited my ability to work and basically function in everyday life. I dropped out of college 2 years ago. I haven't had a job in 2 years. I've actually applied for jobs and then backed out of interviews at the last moment because I got so freaked out about it. So basically, I just want to get better, which I think is the hope of anybody that suffers from this. So that's my experience.